Welcome back to episode 06 of our series on practical psychology. We've all dealt with that frustrating roommate who never takes out the trash, no matter how much you nag. You could nag them forever, and they still wouldn't do it. Or, you could plant a thought in their head that makes them want to do it every single time without you ever asking. Today, we're talking about how to use ego to get what you want, and the surprising reason you keep failing at your goals. Hack number 1. The negative identity trap. There's something oddly powerful about the way people protect their self-image. You can use this to your advantage. First, give them a positive identity. Casually say, "You know what I really like about you. You're so responsible. You always do the things that need to be done without ever needing to be told." You've now given them a positive identity that makes them feel validated. And we naturally want to live up to an identity that makes us feel good. Then, you introduce the negative identity. Follow up with, "Not like my old roommate, he was so selfish and always let other people do everything for him. He wouldn't even take out the trash when it was his duty." You have now linked the negative action, not taking out the trash, to a negative identity, being selfish and irresponsible. This creates cognitive dissonance. Since they've already accepted the opposite identity that you gave them, acting against it now feels wrong. To fix that discomfort, they will start behaving in line with the identity you gave them, meaning they will take out the trash without you ever having to ask. That's the power of negative identity framing. Hack number 2. The ego compass. Everything you do is guided by your ego. The car you drive, the pictures you post, the words you choose, they all scream, "Look at me." And everyone else is trapped in the same loop. This means there's a single shortcut to get anyone to do what you want. Use their ego, don't attack it. Most people get this wrong. They attack. "You just play video games all day. You never have time for me. You're so lazy." They criticize, they pressure, and nothing changes. The person shuts down or fights back because their ego feels cornered. Instead of attacking, highlight their strengths. Say, "You're so clever and talented. If you applied that skill to this project, you'd blow everyone else away." Now their ego is engaged. They want to prove you right, to live up to the image you painted. They'll take action willingly, even enthusiastically, because they now feel flattered and admired, not annoyed. Point out what makes them unique and link it to the behavior you want, and they'll carry it out. You get what you want, they feel valued, and you avoid an argument. Hack number 3. Ulysses rule. You know you should work, train, or create something. Your current self is disciplined and ready. But tomorrow, when you actually have to do it, your future self is weak, distracted, and lazy. This is why you procrastinate and fail every single time. To succeed, you have to give your future self no choice but to do what needs to be done. This is Ulysses' rule. It's about removing temptation before it even appears. You set up conditions today that force you to act tomorrow. The story behind it is that Ulysses knew he couldn't resist the siren's song, so he had his men tie him to the ship's mast. His choice was made in advance. You can do the same. Lock your phone in a time safe until your work session is over. Don't buy snacks so you can't binge later. Prepay for a workout class so you're committed. Use apps that block social media automatically. This pre-commitment turns discipline into a system you can't fail.